I got a complaint there about that mouse, that Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Yeah. I was at the park the other day with my kids, you know, and this next thing I catch this mouse, he's making eyes at my kids, and turn my back for 2 seconds. Next thing I know, he's in the fountain with my kids with some little coconut oil, rubbing it all over my kids and whatnot.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, well, I can't have that. You got to straighten that out.
What is your name?
My name. I got kids that are hurting because of this now, mentally.
And what are you talking about? The Mickey Mouse character yesterday?
That silly ass running around in the Mickey Mouse suit. The guy inside the suit must be a fruitcake or a nut job. He's running around the park there trying to grab at the little kids. He's making all kinds of silly faces, you know, staring at the kids. He's running around with a little flapjack in his hand trying to hit the kids with it. I don't know. There's something silly going on with that guy.
What are you talking about as far as coconut oil?
Well, he had the kids in the fountain with the oil. He's trying to rub the oil all over my kids. He's got this like little, he called it sensual oil. He's got the kids in the fountain. This is ridiculous.
You need to let me know specifically where this happened and to who.
Well, this happened in the park, and I told you, this guy's running around like a fruitcake. Now, I gotta get in touch with somebody that's gonna, I'm gonna straighten this guy out. I'm gonna pull him out of that suit and choke him, and I'm gonna make him swallow that frickin' Mickey Mouse head.
You need to let me know specifically.
All right, this is pissing me off. I'm gonna have to talk to somebody that's gonna really be able to straighten this out for me.
You have to give me specifics so we can get to the bottom of the problem.
I just did.
No, where specifically in the park did this happen?
Right by the fountain there.
The fountain? And which fountain?
Oh, geez, I don't know. The one right next to that big thing looks like a golf ball. He's running around with his friend Goofy there. All those guys in the big helmets. You know, they all look like football players. They got all these helmets on, and they got the suits. They must be crazy. Lunatics.
When did you come to the park?
Oh, geez, that was about 3 weeks ago. And now the kids are traumatic. They're always waking up screaming Mickey and Minnie and all these other friggin' things out. They got the whole friggin' neighborhood going nuts here. That they're traumatized with the mouse was scaring them, and he was trying to sniffle and then sniff them, and he was nibbling on them and all this other nonsense.
So you're saying that the Mickey Mouse, when you visited that day, was chasing the children?
He was chasing them around with some kind of little spatula or something. He was trying to smack them, and he was... There was another guy there told me you got to watch out for that mouse. He's a real nibbler. And I don't know what he meant by that. And then everyone in the park was calling him Nibbles. And I can't have this. I mean, my kids are freaking out because of this shit.
Mickey Mouse chasing children with a spatula, and who was calling him Nibbles?
I don't know. People in the park were telling me you got to watch out for that guy. They call him Nibbles. He's a little wacky. Next thing you know, he's off to the side of the park there behind a tree with some other friggin' character, Goofy, and they're all playing behind a tree with the coconut oil. This is like really out of hand.
He was behind a tree with Goofy with coconut oil.
I don't know what the hell to tell you, but I mean, I think they should straighten this thing out.
Now, whose coconut oil did he have? Did he take it from a guest, do you know? And did you observe all this personally, or did you hear this secondhand?
I have no idea, honey. All I know is I seen him knock over a carriage, and all this stuff fell out of the carriage, and he's running around with a bottle of coconut oil, and he's trying to squirt it all over his little friend Goofy, and he's running through the friggin' fountain with his pants off.
He's running through a fountain with his pants off.
Yeah, the Goofy character.
The Goofy is running through the fountain with his pants off.
Right, and the other guy's trying to squirt him with the coconut all over the ass and stuff, and this guy, you know, my kids see this shit. This is really, you know, freaking them out.
Goofy was running through the fountain with his pants off. What, did you see this personally?
Yeah, of course I did. Everybody was traumatized by it. The whole crowd there. That's why everybody was screaming, nibblers, nibblers.
What were they screaming? I can't understand you.
Nibblers. They were calling them nibblers.
Okay.
And then next thing you know, like I said, they had Snow White. She's running around crying and screaming that the two dolls were trying to beat her up.
So Snow White was running around crying.
Right. And all the little idiots, they got in those little dwarf costumes.
Uh-huh. And why was she running around crying?
Who knows? They could have had a couple of drinks. They could have got off the wall, for Christ's sake. Who knows what's going on?
Because Mickey and Goofy were running around.
Right. They were running around. They must have been drunk. They had, like, these little funny things in their hand, the coconut oil. The other Goofy guy's running around with no pants on in the fountain. The Snow White's crying, and all those little dwarfs are running around with her half crocked. They must have been a party or something. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Now you need to let me know what day you saw this in the park. It's very important that we have.
All right, let me talk to the kids. I'll get the dates and whatnot, and I just want to straighten out with the kids first. I want to know exactly what day it was. I'll get the tickets, and I'll call you back.